Hello YouTubers, so this is the second part about the good and the bad things about the Czech Republic, and finally these are the good things, the things that everybody wants to hear because Czechs love when you tell them how good they are. It's just a thing. So yeah, in this video I'm gonna be talking about, I'll tell you how many, I have to count them again. Nice, so 14 things that are great about the Czech Republic. So I've been living here for 4 years, I have a daughter here, I have a husband who's Czech, all my friends here are Czech, pretty much. So I think I'm pretty immersed in the culture. And even though last week I said all the things that were wrong about Czech Republic, you can check out that video and hate me for it, but I'm not taking it down. So you can go and give me some hate or your opinion or whatever you want. And now I'm gonna say everything about the good things. Also, you should follow me on Instagram because I post a lot there and I talk with everyone. So even though here is a little bit harder for me to answer to all the comments, even though I love them, so leave your comments. I love to have conversations over Instagram and I'm always sharing about what I eat, what I do, my life, my daughter, my house, my everything. So yeah, go follow me there and that's it. Let's start with the video. Good food pretty much everywhere. I am amazed at the quality of the food in the restaurants and in the eating places in the Czech Republic. I've been traveling a lot inside of the Czech Republic because we go for ski trips or we go for hiking or we go to sightseeing or we go to somebody's cottage. And I'm always amazed on the quality of food. Yes, some foods can be repetitive. Yes, the Czech menu is not the most vast and extensive menu you can imagine, but the food is just so good. Literally everything I've tried here, I've liked. Like, I don't remember one Czech restaurant that I've been that I'm like, I didn't like it. Everywhere is amazing. And somebody told me it is because you have a lot of quality control people going to the restaurants and the stands. For example, if you go to the Christmas markets, they have a lot of people checking the quality of the malted wine and checking the quality of the sausages to make sure that they have minimum quality, which is amazing. Honestly, some people don't like Czech food. I don't get it. Probably they're vegetarians because it's not very vegetarian friendly. But honestly, Czech food is just out of control good and the quality is out of control good. And any pork product that you can buy here and eat here is just wow. Number 2 is pretty much about food again because you know I'm a foodie. That is best sausages in the world, Czech Republic. I don't know, Vienna. I mean, they have more fame. Germany has more fame. They're a more well-known country. Definitely Czech ones win. No questions asked. It's like every time I bring Czech sausages to Venezuela, people go insane. Like, I cannot explain you the level of insane. And we have a lot of Spanish food and everything. And I do love Spanish food and Spanish, like chorizos and salamis and all that. But there's something about the Czech sausages that they're just too good. And in the same category where you have Czech sausages, you have Asian food. There is a big Asian community in the Czech Republic, and I'm not talking about, Vietnam and Philippines, and even now I've seen some Korean food that I'm actually gonna check out today. So I hope something comes out of that because I would love to do something with Korean food. But in general, every time I go to an Asian restaurant, I am amazed on the quality. Even my mom tried ramen here and she was like, this has like no comparison to any ramen I've tried, like next level. Same the po, same the Chinese food. Not a huge fan of the sushi. I don't think it's the best, but we're very far away from the ocean, so I give them that. Number 3, again, we're in the food industry for now. That is inexpensive beer. I had to say it. I'm so sorry. I know it's completely, like, everybody knows it, but Czech beer is not just inexpensive. It's good, like crazy good. I literally made a video about taste testing all Czech beers or some of the biggest brands. It was canned beer. It's usually much better in draft, but how can I bring draft beer to my house? So yeah, you should go check that video. It was amazing. And if you come here, just have tons of beer. It's great. Go to the beer factory and just check it out. It's amazing. Number 4 is active people. Czech people are very active people, and I'm not saying just sport active, which they are. They love hiking, they love skiing, they love country skiing, they love playing volleyball, they love playing squash. I think people are very active, but in general, they're active, like planning active people. Even when they have kids, they go for strolls every day. All the friends go on like a friends trip every day. They go to this like river trip that they go like once a year. Like, people are very, they make a lot of plans to go do things. And that's something I love, because Venezuelans are like that, but Spanish people were not like that. So it was very hard for me to live in Spain. And the same for US. American people are not like that. They don't do those types of trips with friends, but Venezuelans do. So when I moved here, I was amazed in a very good way that Czechs were the same. And they love to go do adventures with their friends, go to cottages, go to small towns, go country skiing. So yeah, very active people and very planny. And I even know my neighbors and everything. They even fly internationally with their friends to vacations. And even us, we've been to Sweden with friends of ours. And for our wedding, most of the university friends of my husband came to our wedding in Miami. So yeah, that's something I admire, really admire from the Czech culture. Number 5. I'm reading it. Lots of country, nice traveling spots for not much money. So it's very easy to travel inside of the Czech Republic, going to villages and small towns. And it's not very expensive. Actually, Prague probably is the most expensive place in the Czech Republic. So you can go to Božidar, or you can go to Sněžka, or you can go to all these amazing places, and it's going to be cheaper. So you usually have buses that take you there. You can rent a car if you want. They even have now this car system that I forgot the name, that you can rent a car in Prague just pretty much anywhere, and you pay for 24 hours for the car. It's an electrical car and you can take it anywhere. So it's amazing. You can go by train, you can go by buses. So it's quite cool. And you have a lot of places where you can do country skiing. You can do ski. Yes, they don't have the Alps here, but if you just want one day of skiing, they do have great places to do that. And as well, hiking. They have beautiful places to go hiking. And every time we go to our friends' cottages and even my in-laws' cottage, we go hiking because the landscape is so beautiful. Like literally most places have these names, like the Czech Switzerland or the Czech Canada, because they are so resembling of those places in a very small way. And it's just fun. It's just fun to go in spring mushrooming, picking mushrooms and doing all those things. Is very, very amusing. Number 6 is a very safe country in general. So I've never felt unsafe in the Czech Republic. I honestly so many times have been alone in the street or something, and I never feel that anything wrong is going to happen. Like I don't try to put myself in weird situations, but in general it's quite a safe country, and people tend to be very protective. And I just feel in general you can expect not to get burglared in the Czech Republic, which is great because you cannot say the same about many European capitals. So I'm happy about that. Number 7 is connected with the medical. So if you saw last video, I was complaining a lot about the medical aspect of the Czech Republic, but this medical aspect is actually very good. That is great emergency response. So the ambulance response in the Czech Republic is amazing, or at least in Prague. One time we were cleaning Alicia's pot in the sink and we didn't realize that the water was too warm. Nothing happened, but she screamed. It got red very fast and I panicked. She was only, I think, 6 weeks old. I don't know, I feel awful. And we called the emergency and they arrived, not in the full ambulance, but in a small car. I think it was 2 or 3 minutes after we called. And they had everything there, and they checked her and they were like, no, she's fine. So they canceled the ambulance because they already called an ambulance. That for me is amazing. I don't know how it works elsewhere, but I know in US you have to pay a lot for it. In Venezuela, I don't think it would be that fast. And here it's covered, it's paid by your taxes and by the health insurance thing you have to pay monthly if you're an independent like me. So it worked very good, and I'm very happy of that because that kind of makes me feel safe that God prevents something happens. You just call the emergency number that I'm going to put here because I completely forgot it because it's not 911. I have it on my phone as emergency. You should save it too. And they're here so fast. Number 8 is they're a country that is very family oriented. So yes, we're in Europe and still people get married and they have kids, which is not common for Europe anymore. And I like that. So if you have a personality like mine, that you want to be a mom, you want to have kids, but you still want to live in Europe, maybe Czech Republic is the place for you because it's not uncommon. In fact, we only had Alicia. She was literally 6 months and everyone was asking us, where are you going to have the second baby? I was like, oh, wow. We were pregnant already, by the way, but we didn't know it. So it's very family oriented. Everybody's always asking, when is somebody getting married? When is somebody having kids? And I like that. People get married in their 20s, they have kids by their late 20s, early 30s. So that reminds me a lot of Venezuela, of US, and it doesn't feel as foreign as, for example, Spain, where nobody wants to get married, nobody wants to have kids, and that's just not me. Number 9, that is low fares in public transportation and fairly low parking prices. So hear me out. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, but it's climbing up and everything, but compared to the rest of Europe, it's quite cheap to travel via public transportation. And at least inside of Prague is very nice. It pretty much leaves you exactly at the door of wherever you're going, because there's hundreds of thousands of streetcars. Like I cannot even tell you how many streetcars we have in this city. It's insane. If you're driving, it's so nerve-wracking. And we as well have metro, so you pretty much can go anywhere via public transportation as long as you're inside Prague, and is quite inexpensive. And then the same for parking. So there's not much parking, so there is not a great yay, but the parking is quite inexpensive. In fact, in the most expensive areas, it's only 80 crowns, which is around $3.5 per hour, which is, I mean, I remember in Miami paying $25. So yeah, it's pretty inexpensive. And the same goes for tickets. So if you don't stop in a red light because it just happened to me last week. Well, doesn't matter. If you park in the wrong place, those tickets are very, very inexpensive. I'm talking about like $20, like 20 euros. Ever. I mean, ever. Where are you going to pay that for a ticket in Italy or in Spain? So that's pretty amazing. Yes, they take points from your driver's license, and you shouldn't be committing any, driving crime for saying it that way. But definitely it's not gonna break the bank if you make a mistake. While, for example, in US, I remember I didn't stop when I was crossing right. You actually have there the right to cross right without the light. So it can be red, but you can cross right. It's just how it works. And I didn't stop because I could see that no cars were coming, and I didn't realize, and I didn't stop. $250. $250? That's like 6,000 crowns. It kind of like damaged me for like 2 months. So yeah, I'm happy that that's not the case here. Number 10, great party and drinking vibes. So if you're a party person, I mean, you can be family oriented and a party person at the same time in this country, and it's okay. It's literally fine. You see people drinking and their kids are there, and they're drinking and their kids are there, and they're kind of drunk and their kids are there. And that's something I enjoy. I like it. Don't get me wrong, but that's very similar to my Venezuelan culture. I think we drink way less in Venezuela, yes, but we also have this much more normal relationship with alcohol than some other countries, US. So definitely I like that. People are like party people in general, the old and the young equally. So that's fun. Number 11, and this one I guess not everybody cares, but I care, that is not a skinny pressuring country, if that makes sense. It's like you don't have that much society pressure to be skinny as in other European countries, not US, but other European countries. So it is a place where, yes, people tend to be healthy, but people don't tend to be too skinny, and it's all right. Like most of my friends are M-size average, and nobody's going crazy with crazy diets. In fact, the people that talk too much about diets is kind of like, you're annoying. I don't know, people are kind of obsessed with being skinny, and in France it's the same. So it's kind of annoying. Everybody's like in a constant diet of cigarettes to not eat, and that's not the case in Czech Republic. So I'm really grateful for that. You of course are gonna find people that are obsessed with the skinniness, but in general, no. And no, the skinniest girl is not considered the prettiest girl. So I mean, I'm not saying she's considered ugly. I'm just saying that a girl that is chubbier is not considered ugly. That's what I mean. Number 12. If you get tired, Germany, Slovakia, Austria, they're literally a couple of hours away. Some of them not even a couple. Like Germany is only like 1.5 hours. So now with COVID, I honestly think Czech is better than any of the other countries because we don't have mask mandates and it's way more free. But before that, it was very nice and refreshing. Maybe if you got kind of tired of the Czech language, to just like drive 1.5 hours and you are in Germany. That was quite amazing. And you don't have the same in other European countries. Like in UK, it's an island, so no. Then you have Spain, is very big. If you're in Madrid, like literally 5 hours and you are not even in Galicia. So yeah, definitely the fact that Czech Republic is so small makes it nice to connect with other countries. I won't say that it's in the heart of Europe or in the center of Europe, because for me the center of Europe is France, definitely. So it's way more east than the center of Europe, but you have like Western Europe super close and Eastern Europe as well super close. So yeah, it's nice. Number 13, and this one comes from my dad because I don't bike that much, but apparently the bicycle routes in this country are amazing. So if you like biking around, this is the place to be. My dad said the most beautiful ways he've ever seen in his life, full of like fruit trees all over, and then these small like bars where you can stop and have a beer or a malinovka and then keep riding your bike. It was absolutely marvelous for him. And I know they pride on that, and Czechs do cycling a lot. Like they do country skiing in winter and cycling in summer. Definitely. And they say those are one of the greatest routes ever, especially the country ones, the ones that are not through the city that much, but kind of like in the green fields. They tell me those are amazing. So, and the last one comes as a bonus, just because of what I mentioned at the beginning, all about the food and everything, and what I mentioned in the video of the 14 things I don't like about Czech Republic and I think should change, is grapefruits during summer. So yeah, we don't have the entire year, like most fruits, and everything is like super expensive, and I complain a lot in the other video. But in this video is literally if you take one of those routes for bicycles that I walk them more than I bike them. Like once the weather gets nice, I like to walk those fruits. They're filled with fruit trees, like, and fruits that I've never seen before, like these tiny plums, these orange tiny plums, and just like wild cherries, and so many fruit trees. I mean, to give you a perspective, you can bring water with you. You don't need to bring food because there's so much food. It's insane. I love it. I mean, we had bowls of fruit here in the house that some people told me that's illegal. Well, it wasn't, because actually many of those trees are put there so people would like take the fruit. And literally there's so much in the floor that you should take it, because otherwise it's just gonna rot. And I mean, not the ones in the floor. You should take, well, you got me. And the same goes for veggies. So here during summer, most people grow their veggies. And when I say their veggies, I mean literally lettuce, kale, cucumbers, squash, zucchinis, and tomatoes. So that's what people grow. But it's nice. It's amazing to have all those fresh veggies in your garden, or in your neighbor's garden, or in your in-law's garden. So somebody's always going to give you tomatoes. So you're going to have a lot of fresh, nice, homegrown tomatoes to make sauce with. And we even have, I think, is peaches. We have a peach tree here, and last year when I was pregnant, it gave so many. We made jams and jams and jams out of it. We were eating it until it was like coming out of our ears, and that's amazing. I mean, in Venezuela we do have mangoes, woo, but besides mangoes and maybe some avocados, we don't have like crazy fruit trees all over the place. So that's quite unique from here, and I really like it. And you have this app called Ovoce, I think it's ovoce.cz, that tells you where the fruit trees that are for free and that you can actually grab fruit from are. So you can actually just download the app and go take your fruit, which I love. And that was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you didn't watch everything I hated about Czech Republic, go check it out. It was last week's video. Don't hate me for it. Come on, I'm just saying my opinion. And that's it, guys. I hope you like this video, and I am publishing once a week, or trying to do that. Now I'm pregnant again. What can I say? So I'll be posting a little bit about that and my birthing plan as well very soon. And that's it. Follow me on Instagram for more updates about life in the Czech Republic, and ask me anything you want to know about living here. I'm always happy to reply at all your questions on my Instagram and even here on YouTube. But if you don't want to like publish your question publicly, you can just DM me on Instagram. And that's it. I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.